Hey everyone, Mike here with the watch list video for Tuesday, April 9th. We'll start off with the daily on the SPY like I always do. Look at that very narrow range. 5-minute candles. If you weren't trading today, this vertical line here is the open. So straight sideways chop. Pretty boring day. Let me go into what I would call the call of the day would be by Fernando on ARM. While I was struggling trying to photograph an eclipse, it really didn't appear in Central Florida, but I don't know. I don't even want to talk about it. I got upset. ARM, he called it over 127. And I'm trying to zoom in and kind of show you. It basically looked like this, right? It was tagging along below 127. And look at the 127 break. In 10 minutes, because these are 5-minute candles, in 10 minutes, it goes to 130.50. So a $3.50 move. And the stop was like 30 cents below, right below that previous candle. So that's an amazing call, because even if there was another call that went up $5 or whatever, right? You got to love the ones that work. And these are the ones we really try to find, the ones that work right away. You're never underwater. Your stop's tight, right? And you can just start scaling out into strength. So that's why, to me, that was such a great call. I traded HYMC just right here on the high of day break too. This was the opening candle. I called it in chat over 330, and it went to 358. I think my best sell was 355, right, for a 25-cent gain. It's not great, but on a $3 stock, I'm still happy with it. CXAI made a nice move. There were some other good calls too, but that's kind of the highlights that stuck out for me. To me, it was a really boring day. I got one pullback play in WAVE, but then it stopped me out flat on the rest, and then it absolutely ripped at the end of the day. And I had to leave early, so I missed it, and then it went to 537 in after hours. I'll show you that real quick, and then I'm going to go into the watch list. So yeah, look at that massive move. And as I'm talking to you now, it's trading at 462, but it actually went up to 537. Let me throw this up real quick, which just explains that I'm a day trader, and I am in cash every night, right? So we start with daily charts and look for stocks that are in play, but I only trade them on an intraday basis. So with that in mind, tell you what I'm watching for tomorrow. VVPR gapped up today, but sold off again. It's been ever since this big day. The gap ups keep getting slapped down, but it's an in-play stock, so I'm going to watch it. I'm certainly not in love with it. I'm putting Lulu back on watch. Had a pretty narrow range again today, but maybe it found support, so I'm going to put it on long watch for tomorrow. You know, because if it continues this bounce at all, look how far it's fallen from. So it's certainly overdue for a bit of a retracement. So that could be a good bounce play tomorrow. We'll see if it gives us one of our A+ setups. CXAI. I like this a lot more. Like a half hour before the close, it was almost all the way up here. And then if you look at it in the end of the day here, it just sold off for the last like half hour. I would have rather had a strong close today. Then this chart would have looked really good. But I'm still going to keep it on watch. IRBT. Somebody was on Twitter today pushing this one, basically saying it could be the next Carvana. I have no idea about that, but Amazon was going to buy them in the 40s or something, right? And then when that fell through, it came all the way down to what, 762, and now it's starting to curl back up. So people are out there making the argument it's worth a lot more than it is priced at today. So we're certainly going to nice volume the last few days, and it does seem to be curling up. It's not an A+ looking chart set up for a move tomorrow, but enough people are watching it, I'm going to watch it. I already talked about Wave. That's one, you know, I'd certainly like to see it come in for a couple days, and then I would like it a lot more as a pullback play. HYMC, Gold Miner had a nice little pop today, still has recent highs above, so I view that as potential catalysts above still on the chart. When I say catalyst, I mean chart catalyst. So that one goes on watch. XLO had the gap up, kept falling, but now it's starting to curl back up. I'm not in love with that, but I am going to watch it. Kind of a theme for today's watch list. BSGM trying to break out here. We'll see if it gives a follow-through day tomorrow. CLSK was on bounce watch today and goes right back on bounce watch tomorrow. This thing has just been heavy as heavy. I'll keep it clean. But I still am going to treat it like a bounce play. If we do get a bounce play setup and you guys in chat know what I like, then I'll take a trade. Otherwise, probably won't trade it. NXL, very strong move, several red days in a row. We'll see if that can give a bounce play setup. It didn't give one today. So it just goes back on the watch list. ZPTA has only been trading for 6 days, all of them red. So I'm going to treat that again as a bounce play. DJT, from 79.38 straight down with one little hiccup there. down to really some support, right? So that one's kind of interesting to me for a possible snapback bounce play tomorrow. VTSI, really nice move here. Now a couple days lower on smaller volume, so that one goes on bounce watch. And then EVLV. This one's kind of obscure, but sometimes I like the obscure ones. Pretty big volume move though, right? From, I don't know, 350 up to whatever this high was, 530-ish. And now it's kind of flagging back down into the 8-day, a little bit of a green day today. So I'm treating this like a bounce play. You know, you kind of had a big pop for 2 days and a flag, looking for this thing to curl back up. We'll work together in pre-market as always, finding some gappers to add to this list. Plenty to watch. Hopefully some more excitement tomorrow than we had today. All right, I'm done babbling. We'll see you in chat.